Alright, BobalosRex here. And guess what? I got no vault. Not on this guy anyways. I don't even know if I got some on other characters. I should be getting them. I definitely need to be doing more. We got like 2 weeks left. You know, ideally I'd get a couple of these saved up. Or just drop them for money. Because you do want to spend these, but they will just turn into money anyways. But if you want to grab Valor Stones for a head start, you can do that now. Otherwise, the rest of this is just kind of, you know, whatever. But yeah, we got 2 weeks left till the patch, and then 3 weeks left of the season, kind of. Title cutoffs and everything is on the 5th, but we got a little bit. I actually have a full video on what's going on with that. But let's get into the weeklies first. You know, then we'll talk more about the news, because we got a lot going on. There's a lot ending soon and a lot coming up. So let's go over the normal stuff. So we got Delves Worldwide. That's the weekly this week. Get 3 Delves, and you want to be getting your hair color chest because this event is ending next week. So you want to get it done this week. Want to get all the recolors of the tier 2 upgrades version. Alright, then you got a Call to Delves is also going on this week. We got the weekly Delves. You get bonus Delve track. So this is like the week to finish this up if you want to save Resonance Crystals. Alright. See, I unlocked the vault for next week, but not this week. From doing the Undermine stuff. Alright, so this is the week to get Delves done. You know, same for overcharged Delves. You know, you can do your overcharged Delves to complete this weekly. Push up your journey bar. Get that done. Get the campsite. So you want to get that done. Then we got time walking. Make sure you're keeping up with that. They did fix the bug, which kind of sucks. So you got this week and next week. So you got 2 weeks left. You can get it if you're at like 3 out of 5. You can still get it. Complete this week's, and then next week you'll get it. They should allow it to randomly trigger an extra week at this point because of the bug. And then the weekly dungeon this week is the Rookery. So if you want the bonus rep, because this is also the bonus rep buff is up. And that one, here's the funny part, right? And I do want to actually talk about this. I'll talk about it right now. So Collector's Bounty and Greedy Emissary end next Tuesday. So we got 1 week left of that. But the Winds of Mysterious Fortune goes all the way to the 12th. In my opinion, they should at least extend these 2 events by a week. But honestly, maybe all the way to the 12th. Unless the rep buff could affect the Koresh rep. God forbid they give us double the Koresh rep right at the start with this buff for a week. But yeah, honestly, I think those 2 events should either go to the 5th or to the 12th, along with Winds of Mysterious Fortune. Personally, hopefully Blizzard does that. That'd be great. Alright. I would accept 1 week. They need to extend it. People need more weeks getting mounts. This has been great. Seeing everybody going back, collecting mounts, being happy. This is great. Collectors, rise up. Okay, so that's my rant about that. What else we got? We got Sparks of War, Undermine. Again, under Hell Collar Chest. Get them done. Get that armor bot. Get Bloody Tokens and Undermine rep. No, not the most rep, but there it is. Then we got Battlegrounds. Remember, Honor doesn't reset. Conquest does. So you can farm up Honor to be ready. Spend your Conquest. And then we got Solo Shuffles. Alright, 12 Solo Shuffles. Wait, what was the other one? Did I even say what it was? I don't even know, man. Solo Shuffle and Epic Battlegrounds. Alright, so those are the ones this week. Alright, and then what else do we got going on? Where's the world boss? The hounds are up in the mall, so FYI, listen up. Okay, listen up. Actually, I want to talk about this for... This world boss isn't up that you care about there. Make sure to hit up the Godfather. And then, here, I will get this world boss mentioned. Which one? Okay, it's Shirai up in Hollow Fall, and it's given gold, so that's 1k gold for a world boss kill. That's not too bad. But here we go. While you are going to go kill Sylvanas, right? If you're doing Sanctum of Domination, right? I know you want to use the shortcut, but up until Friday, after Friday, this goes away. But up until Friday, in the Beast Warrens, right? In the Beast Warrens over here, the Shadehound event is up. If it's not bugged, you can kill the Shadehound. You know, you do the little event, then you kill the Shadehound. Even if you don't have it unlocked, if it's not popping up on your map, you can still do it on alts, right? And you can get the Shadehound mount. So if you're passing through, you can hit him up in the mall. He's up this week. All right. Now, let's just get into the news. So it's 2 weeks till 11.2. We are going to get a Dark Moon Fair beforehand. So make sure you get the Dark Moon Fair on not next Saturday. Or actually, yeah, no, next Sunday. Not the Sunday coming up, but next Sunday, Dark Moon Fair. You get that, and we get Dark Moon Fair buff with the new rep. That'll be good. It's also the last week to get the Xiaohao Sage Serpent, so get onto now, Mop Classic, level a Panda through the starting area, and you will earn a mount in retail. You gotta pick your faction, alright? You gotta pick your faction first and go to your main city. Alright, it's the last week to get that, so get that done. And yeah, all the events are ending. The season's ending in 2 weeks, so make sure you do your seasonal stuff. I've already talked about what to do beforehand. You can stockpile your Valor Stones. One thing I didn't mention is make sure to use your Radiant Echoes, right? If you've been saving these, not doing these because you don't really care for the event, I may be speaking for myself. Spend these. Get the keys, spend the keys, or not. You know, it's up to you. Get the dinars if you want to spend the dinars from the raid. If anyone wants to help me get Keystone Legend, like straight carry me, I would love that. I don't have the time normally to do, and I'm not pugging, but yeah, I will take a Keystone Legend carry handout. Comp Stomp Week. This is the week to farm honor for the next season. So that's great. Finish up getting your Vicious mounts. If your Tile Seekers get that done. I already mentioned the Delve. Make sure to get your Ahead of the Curve stuff done. I wouldn't worry about Visions. Visions aren't going away. Don't think those are going away. The Overcharge mount isn't going away, but get that done if you want that cheaper, basically. The Corruption enchant is going away, sadly. Alright. And then Visions and Hollow Fall event are basically going to be like Season 2 still, so those won't get upgraded. But let's get through the rest of the news here. But yeah, just finish up your Season 2 goals and spend currencies. Undercoins most likely are going to reset unless you hear news. Okay? So, spend them. Alright, I got to. Myself. Then, we got some classic news. Mop Classic is here. I heard it was laggy. I guess Challenge Mode dungeons were delayed or got disabled for a bit, but they're back. But Mop Classic is here. I see a lot of people having fun with that, so that's good. There was an interesting Classic interview that, in my opinion, I wouldn't get... Actually, don't get your hopes up, but maybe they will throw some stuff on SOD. But if we're going to hear any classic news, it's probably going to be September. But they may strap it to the end of the Gamescom thing. But it may be in September. It'd be after August is going to be all midnight, all void. But maybe we'll hear something that they're going to do in Classic in the meantime. Till whatever is going to be next for them. If you care about Classic. So we'll have to see what's going on then. But they did have some interviews. So you can check those out. Then we got... And I expect a ton of interviews going into the midnight Gamescom stuff. So... I also put here, we got 11.2.5 has already been snipped on the PTR, and then now 11.2.7 is on the PTR getting sniffed. So, one of those patches is going to have Legion Remix. Do I think both are going to be up for testing? No. Okay, I expect, as soon as the 5th hits... we could be seeing the PTR, right? Any time after the patch hits, we could be seeing the PTR, especially if the 0.5 is unrelated to the main story. You see what I'm saying? If it's not requiring the raid cinematic, we could start testing as early as like the 8th or the 7th 11.2.5, and y'all know what I'm looking for in that patch. It's basically the last chance for you know what. I'm not trying to get no hopes up. I'm just saying my eyes are peeled on that patch, specifically the 2.5. Okay, but if not the 7th, then by the 14th, 15th, it looks like we're going to be testing the 0.5, and we probably won't see that till October, but maybe early October we get that up, and then it's 2.7. Legion Remix is going to be in one of them. That's going to be exciting. And then, of course, the 0.7 would be in December. The current idea for the 0.7 is either the 9th or the 16th. I think it's got to be like right here. I have a video talking about the date, and this date I feel is very solid. The one here, but I can't remember what I picked. Because it's got to hit before a certain event. I think it's gonna be the 9th because it's got to hit before Feast. But that would be the 0.7. That'd be crazy. Legion Remix, maybe in December. But enough about that speculation. So August is gonna be big. We know we're probably gonna see the roadmap. Let's get into Hearthstone news real quick. That's all the WoW news. But let's get into Hearthstone. Dude, Hearthstone's going downhill. The balance patch came in, and Standard is feeling a lot better. I've been liking Standard. But what are they doing? So there's a cross-promotion with Diablo Immortal. Love it or hate it. It looked kind of alright. So if you want an upcoming card back in Hearthstone at the end of this month, I think it's starting the 30th or something, you gotta play Diablo Immortal. It's gonna be what it is. But the picture via the Diablo Immortal account was AI. After the Hearthstone team specifically said, no, we're not using AI. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'm anti-AI, hate me for it, whatever, but that's my stance. But yeah, I was just like, man, oof. So they are getting heat for that, but if you want a card back, the card back looks sick in Hearthstone. And the video itself doesn't have the AI, but then it shows the AI image that they shared on Twitter for the event. It was, oh my god. It's so silly. So Diablo 4, nothing's going on as far as I know. It's just Season 9. So if you've been enjoying that, cool. And then of course the Diablo Immortal X Hearthstone. I have Diablo Immortal. I don't play it much, but I'll play it for a card back. And then Overwatch news. So, the new hero, Wu Yang, Hero Trial, 8/14 through 8/18, so that's August 14th through the 18th. That's going to be his Hero Trial. We got a bunch of events going on, too, coming up. So a loot box event going from the 29th of this month through the 25th of August. That's gonna be. That's not the Junkrat one. That's a. I can't remember what that one was called, but it's a loot box event. Then you got the Junkrat loot horde, which is gonna be next weekend, August 1st through August 3rd. And then there's the new Overwatch Championship bundle with the Radiant Angel Mercy, which I guess goes to fund it. So we'll see how that goes. People love Mercy or whatever. I'll tell you Cheese's comment, aka Shayna's comment, in a second. So Midtown was disabled for a bit. I don't know if it's gonna come back. And then there's upcoming Sakura skins. There's Twitch drops starting now through August 3rd. And then there was the mid-season patch, so you can see what's going on with that. And then they dropped Love Watch in China, which I think they missed out on Love Watch and a lot of stuff while they were gone for the year. So they're basically just retroactively, you know, just like with the WoW stuff, giving China something to make up for all that lost time because of how shitty Activision was. We all know who was at fault for that whole debacle, you know. The people over there would hate him more than me, but we also hate that guy too. But it's not like they got any much better. But at least they're back over there. And then it's funny too. So I'm gonna tell you what she said about Overwatch right now. It's not that she hates Overwatch, but right now she's been playing Marvel Rivals. And the skins over in Marvel Rivals, let's just say, show a lot. The skins in Marvel Rivals show a lot. So Cheese was over here when I showed her the Radiant Mercy skin. She was like, Overwatch got to start showing whole, or they're going to lose out. And it's like, dang. But it's like, yo, Marvel Rivals, have you seen some of the skins? Have you seen Venom twerking? Overwatch used to be, you know, the one people, you know... Overwatch used to be the one. But Marvel Rivals has taken them out. Maybe Overwatch has got to step up the game. Overwatch is PG-13, but maybe they got to rethink that with what they're saying. Is Marvel Rivals PG-13? I don't know. But Cheese is saying Overwatch needs to step up the game. Alright? But that's it. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time. And here, the reason I'm saying it is because I kind of agree. I'm like, yo, Overwatch, they're just showing it all. Like, the Luna Snow skin, too? There's been other ones. They gotta step it up. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.